Governance is about the people who control the organisation and the structures they adopt, the processes they use to manage the organisations, the meetings they hold to ensure it's well governed, and the behaviours that they adopt in order to be an effective board. And the things they have to do to make sure that the organisation is really clear about its purpose and objectives, is accountable to the various bodies it needs to be accountable to, and thirdly, that the organisation is really effective. That's the job of a board. Board members need to work as a team and work together, and the sorts of behaviours that the best boards exhibit are respect for each other, a willingness to listen carefully to each other, to see each other's viewpoints, and to work together in a collegiate way. Organisations generally start with an inspired founder who sees a social or environmental problem and who decides to take action. They gather round friends around them. As organisations start to grow, they attract money. The two critical stages are often when they hire their first staff member, and then a second stage comes when they've got half a dozen staff and they decide to appoint a director or a chief executive to lead the staff. The passion of founders and of the people who set up the organisation is really crucial to its success in the early stages, particularly in organisations concerned with health, when it's often people who may have the disease or disability or disorder that the organisation is set up to address. There comes a point, though, when the organisation needs to start thinking about bringing in different expertise and different experiences. The departure of a founder is a critical stage in an organisation's development. It's often very difficult for the founder to let go of the organisation and realise that if it's going to succeed and thrive, it will need somebody with a different set of skills and different experiences to come in and take it over, and they won't necessarily take it in the direction always that the founder wanted. And so it's important that organisations think carefully about the departure of the founder and plan for it and have open conversations about it, and to make it as smooth as possible, to respect the founder's contribution and ensure they don't leave with lots of bad blood. And the most important thing in moving forward is that boards become increasingly diverse, not only in terms of gender and race, but also in terms of ways of thinking, professional background, age, and a multitude of other dimensions, to bring different perspectives to bear on the problem the organisation exists to address. So it's really important that the organisation discusses regularly and reviews what's our purpose, how are we going to work together, and doesn't push those issues under the carpet or lose them in a welter of agenda items about small points.